ladies and gentlemen, knowing that the cult needs to breed, Maxwell sent me to Bombay to find for you the holy and sacred text that is the Kama Sutra. I have been reading, I have practiced the Kama Sutra until my hands were like Braille. Like Braille! And I am here this evening, ladies and gentlemen, to share with you some of its holy secrets. It says, and I quote, "Never be upset with a pigeon today. You may never get a peacock tomorrow." Sound advice! Some of the advice in the Kama Sutra is a little bit outdated. I will give you that. It says the following women are not to be enjoyed. A woman who is extremely black. Now that's just racism. A woman who is extremely white. That's racism too, but it doesn't sound as bad. A woman who is a very close relation. I wouldn't be here if that hadn't been going on. Now I get the feeling, brothers and sisters of the moon, that some of you are a little disappointed with the Kama Sutra here too. Is that right? Some of you were hoping that it would contain the following words.
Filth.
Filth! Filth!
Filth!
Filth!
Oh, fucking filth!
You were hoping that it would say things like, "I want to glue my body to your body." Not you, sir. "I want to glue my body to your body, Naomi. And strum and belly bump." That's what you were hoping for, isn't it? You were hoping that it would say, "Her Kama saliva." I think we know what that is. Her Kama saliva is hot and has the perfume of honey, and due to its profusion during the venereal rite, produces a sound like the braying of an elephant. Some of you were hoping that it would say her woman's parts were prepared for coition. She put her head on the ground, raised her buttocks in the air, and opened her women's bits like a tripod. Is that what you were hoping it would say? Give me a cheer if that's what you're hoping for. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not in the Kama Sutra. No! It is in the sequel to the Kama Sutra, The Perfumed Garden of Sheikh Nefsawi. Would you like to hear some of the Perfumed Garden? Would you like to hear some of the Perfumed Garden? You disgust me. The Perfumed Garden of Sheikh Nefsawi. The Perfumed Garden of Sheikh Nefsawi goes into the positions for coition. It says quite clearly, we can take the first 11 positions as read. 11? 11 positions? Ladies and gentlemen in the aristocracy, there are just 2 positions for coition. Missionary and consensual missionary. It then says there are other positions. Would you like to hear the other position? On this Valentine's Day night, I will give you, especially you, Naomi, a couple of the positions. There's one called the stopperage. This position is painful for the woman. Hurrah! For her thighs being bent upwards and her buttocks raised, the walls of her yoni, I should just point out that is the Hindu term for a female bits. Look, I'm quite English. I know, I hide it well. And The walls of her yoni tighten, and there is not much room for movement. And scarcely enough space, even for the intruder, which enters with difficulty. This position should only be used if the man's lingam, that's the male, thank you, should be used only if the man's lingam is short and soft, sir. What can I give you now? The Archimedean screw? That's got everything, hasn't it? Greek classical intellectualism and filth. Okay, I'm going to give you a choice here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm either going to give you the somersault, or I'm going to read to you the camel's hump.
Camel's hump.
Cheers for the somersault. Cheers for the somersault. Cheers for the hump. The camel's hump. The woman who is standing bends forward till her fingers touch the floor. Oh, she's a bendy one, isn't she? Till her fingers touch the floor. The man gets behind her and copulates. If the man withdraws his lingam while the woman is still bending down, the yoni emits a sound like the bleating of a calf. And it is for this reason that women object to this posture. It then goes on to list the various names for the male member. Would anyone like to hear some of those? The smith's bellows, the tinkler, we've all had that problem, to be fair, the untamable, the stumbler, the rummager, the creeper, the exciter, the deceiver. Now, I don't want to be seen as sexist, ladies and gentlemen.
Yoni.
Brothers and sisters.
Read from the yoni.
I'm going to finish with one of my favourites. And that is the yoni that is called the wasp. This yoni is named due to the harshness of its pubic hair. When the male member approaches, it is like being stung by a particularly angry wasp. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Timothy FitzHigham!